and welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. This video is officially starting my pre-recording series of videos I need to do before my vacation. This particular one will be right before I go on my trip. I'm going to South Korea and Japan again. So if you would like to follow along at all in this upcoming trip, I will be posting and sharing things over on my Instagram, which is ms.manga_pics, P-I-C-S, or over on TikTok, which my handle is ms.manga_chats. So yeah, I'm sure to be sharing some videos and pics and my stories and you know, everything. So I'm super excited about it, and I hope you will follow along with me on my journey. And yeah, on to our actual video. So this video, I'm going to be talking about 4 titles that I was so excited to hear were getting a publication here in the United States anyway. And one honorable mention, as well as talking about 4 that I really hope will get licensed and published in the future. I honestly don't know what to expect at this point. Some of these were not surprising to me, and some of them were a bit more surprising, you know, but I don't know how things work in that side of the manga business. I just buy and consume them. I don't do anything with the licensing and the publication, so I'm in the dark. But yeah, I mean, these are just 4 I'm excited and 4 I'm hopeful for, and there's obviously way more than 4. I just chose like 4. They're all romance, 2 are BL, because I have a lot of BL I would love to see published here, and 2 are just, I guess, shoujo-y romance. Anyway, enough tangents. Let's just get into the 4 manga that have been licensed and are set to release this very year. Yay, so excited! So some of these I do have the physical book for in Japanese, or in the case of one, in German. So I will hold those up, but if I don't, I'll just put a picture of the cover so you know what to expect. And yeah, so first up, and the manga that is going to be published first in the list, I figured I'd just go chronologically what's going to come out first, is Scarlet Secret. And I am so excited. This is a one-shot, and first of all, it's just got, I mean, stunning art. If you don't know, it's a BL, and I mean, is it a perfect standalone? No, but it's perfectly imperfect, damn it. I love it. So I was so happy to see that it was picked up by Tokyopop. Tokyopop is printing it, and it will be released on April 16th, 2024. So very soon. I'm so looking forward to having it in my hands in print that I can read. Because while I can enjoy the beautiful art, you know, I am not able to read Japanese, very sadly. But yeah, Scarlet Secret is a BL standalone by Tomo Sarazawa, and it is a little bit fantasy. It is childhood friends to lovers trope, but yeah, it's got the mysticism and whimsy of a fantasy world, and of course the beautiful artwork. So anyway, I'll just read you the Amazon approved summary. With his crimson eyes and uncanny ability to predict the weather, Shiki has always been the odd child out in the village. Despite his quirks, he's cherished by the village chieftain's impetuous son, Yamato, and they grow up together as the dearest of friends. But when the shamaness Himiko, ruler of Yamatai, selects Shiki as a ritual sacrifice, the two are torn apart. I'm sorry, I'm so dramatic. Yamato spends years searching in the vain hope for any sign of Shiki, only to find him alive and well at the center of Himiko's court? Question mark? Gasp. So yeah, it is childhood friends torn asunder. I love that phrase. I don't know why. And then reunited years later when they're both two hunky-dory heartthrobs, may I just add. And yeah, I'm not, Amazon goes on with the summary, but I think that's enough information that you need to go off of. And yeah, just know that it is also a forbidden romance because the position that Yamato finds Shiki in is not one where he can indulge in earthly desires, shall we say, or something to that effect. And yeah, so that complicates things. And yeah, so I mean, those are some fun tropes for me personally. I adore it. And yeah, I'll mention for the third time, the art is so beautiful. And yeah, like I said, it's not perfect. I think 2 volumes at least would have at least fleshed the world out, because this is a fantasy world. It's got a lot of depth and layers in this, nice little standalone. But just another volume or 2 could have really fleshed it out on top of, their delicious, delightful little romance. But I still love it nonetheless, and I'm so excited to pick it up in April. Moving on is one that I never ended up picking up. It's not like I didn't save it to my BL favorites list, which I definitely do have on my phone for series that I've read online, and then I tried to buy them in Japanese. Side note, if you're curious where I buy Japanese manga, like this one for instance, I bought it off of CDJapan.com, and yeah, I think it's pretty affordable, reasonable. I mean, shipping's a bit much, but when is it not from Japan, So yeah, if you are in the market for buying some, they have art books, they have BL and all sorts of manga there. And yeah, it's got a lot of good stuff. And I have an order already in there, but because I'm going to Japan, I'm making myself wait. And I'm like, if I find it in Japan, that would be ideal. And then if you don't, you can indulge for your birthday, because that's after Japan. It's my mindset. I got it all figured out. But yeah, anyway, this one is one I hadn't bought yet, but one I am excited for nonetheless. And it is being published under the title Only the Stars Know. And it's by the mangaka Nagisa Furuya, and will be releasing May 28th, 2024 by Seven Seas. This is also a standalone, which are delightful. I love a good BL standalone, and I think it's one of the reasons I enjoy BL so much, because a lot of times I just want a dose of romance. I don't need a whole 15-volume series of it, I'm more of a quick little dose of romance, serotonin, and then I'm good. And yeah, this one's really cute. I will say it does have a non-con kind of kiss in the beginning, so be aware of that. I don't think that it is very in terms of egregious things, I don't think it's up there that high. They were having a moment, took the moment a little too far. Yeah. But I just, if that bothers you, that bothers you, and don't pick it up, But anyway, let's talk summary. So Sora, one of our characters, hasn't been having a great weekend. Not only did he lose his job, but now his girlfriend's left him as well. Just in the pits of despair, are we? Weighed down by his misery and disappointment, he stumbles upon a stranger in the park. With a stunning meteor shower above and a friendly ear to his side, the young college student is offered a brief respite from his problems. But when the stranger leans in for a kiss, Sora is left dumbstruck. Was this chance encounter just a new problem to add to the list, or have the stars finally aligned in his favor? I just thought this was a very cute, very simple, straightforward boy meets boy, and situationally they end up seeing a little bit more of each other and grow closer. And it's just very, very by the books, but it had a very soft cuteness about it. And yeah, if you just want a non-fantasy standalone, I am really looking forward for this one to be out as well. I know most of them are BL, but I can't help myself. There were a lot of good BL that were announced, and there's a lot of BL I've read online and have bought in Japanese because I love them so much and are like super excited to be getting them in print. The last BL is, I knew it as My Pretty Policeman, but the title seems to be My Dearest Patrolman. Patrolman. I don't, English words are hard for me too, honey. Oh my god. By Niyama. And this is going to be coming out this summer, July 9th, 2024, by the lovely publisher Sublime. And yeah, it is complete at 3 volumes, I believe, to the best of my ability. Then I looked into this. That is how it's complete. I have all 3 volumes in Japanese. So yeah, I am just super duper stoked for it. It is a age gap romance just off the bat. If you don't like an age gap, which I'm very hit or miss about them, and nobody's in high school, so for me, it's a definite win. Although I do like Minato's Laundromat and he's in high school, but anyway, it's just really sweet about this guy who was kind of rescued or helped out by a patrolman when he was young, and he kind of gets a little crush on him, and then years later when he becomes a patrolman, coincidentally he ends up in the same small town as his older crush, who is now running a convenience store. So yeah, it's super cute. It's kind of like that vibe of like the older guy feeling like love's not an option for him anymore, and he's just thrown in the towel and kind of making flippant comments, and have this young, eager man, hunky man, who's like, well, if you're gonna throw in the towel, want to throw it in with me? I'm right here for you. So yeah, the older man, Seiji Tajima, runs a convenience store in this small town, and thanks to his easygoing attitude towards much of life, he is still single. And then we have the tall, muscular patrolman, Shin Nakamoto, and he's a frequent visitor to Seiji's rather desolate shop. And although the men met 10 years earlier, they only recently reconnected after Shin was assigned to the police box nearby. Despite the years apart, they start interacting like nothing has changed. That is, until Seiji offhandedly remarks that maybe he should try his luck with men, unwittingly restoking the flames. I can't say this line. Unwittingly restoking the flame Shin has held for him for years. My god, that was a hard sentence. Anyway, yeah, an offhanded comment makes Shin think, you know what, I'm gonna try my luck. Reignites the flame. I think reignites is a better word than restoking. I don't know, in my personal opinion. But yeah, it's just, again, we got a cute age gap romance, and yeah, it's soft and it's a little spicy, and it's a good time. So yeah, I'm so excited. I mean, this one to me was probably the least shocking of the BL announcements. I was like, it's about time. Honestly, that was my reaction, because it was very popular. They were a bigger BL in Japan, and so I figured it would trickle over to here, but you never know. And I'm just so thankful that it did make its way over here. And lastly, we have number 4, and another one that I hadn't picked up yet, Colette Decides to Die by Alto Yukimura. And this is releasing sometime, supposedly, fall of 2024, according to Viz, who is going to be publishing them. And it was just announced, so I was kind of surprised to see that it was slated to drop this year. But unless I read that wrong, I'm pretty sure it said 2024. Correct me in the comments if I misread it or whatever. But yeah, when I saw the cover of this, I was like, oh dang, I read that online. It was kind of like the eccentric doctor in the Moonflower Kingdom. I like instantly recognized it. And honestly, there's some parallels between Colette and our protagonist from yeah, I can't think of her name, from the Moonflower Kingdom, because they are both in the medical field. I think Colette's more medicinal, herbs and stuff type healing, and God, it's like her name is on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, she is more surgical, but yeah, they're still in the health field, as you will. But yeah, I'm really excited for this one. I did not read it all the way till the end though. I just want to put that out there because apparently this has 20 volumes. Wow, I did not know it was that long. I really don't know how far I read up to. I honestly didn't think it would be this long of a series, but that's the information I got on the internet. The internet lies to me sometimes, so yeah. But if that's the case, that's kind of nice. I am glad at least that it is complete, and we know that it has an ending. Sometimes I start collecting these and I just don't know when it'll ever end. But yeah, so the summary is overworked apothecary. Oh, that's what it is, an apothecary. So it's more like Apothecary Diaries. It's fine. Shh, Zoe, shush. Focus. Anyway, overworked apothecary Colette jumps into a well. Instead of dying, she finds a new lease on life by caring for patients in the underworld and romance with the Lord of Dead himself, Hades. The Lord of Dead himself. That was what a weird way of phrasing it. But yeah, it's another one that has some Greek mythology kind of influence in it, and I'm really excited because I did like what I read. Obviously this was a long time ago. I would just find, you know, some stuff to read online when I was younger, and I stumbled upon that one and I liked it, so I read a chunk of it. But you know, usually it's hard to find scanlations online, and I don't endorse pirating, but I mean, you know, I buy like hundreds of manga a year, right? Like I'm definitely supporting the industry. I swear. Shh, don't tell. But yeah, so younger Zoe read it online, and although I don't remember many details, I instantly recognized the cover and that Colette was in the medical field. You know, apparently she's an apothecary, and yeah, and that she kind of throws her life away and is taken in by Hades. And yeah, I always love a good infusion of Greek mythology and some romance and fantasy elements. You know, that's my bread and butter. That's my jam. That's my condiments. Oh my god. All right, anyway. So that concludes part 1, talking about the 4 releases, except we have to throw in an honorable mention. I am very pleased that they are finally reprinting Red River. So I only managed to collect the first 4 volumes of Red River. I know for a fact I did read at least the first volume, and I liked what I read. It was hard to find it for good prices, and I didn't, you know, feel the urge. It also is such a big cult shoujo romance that I was like, if they don't reprint this, they're crazy. And obviously they ain't crazy because they're reprinting it. Am I a little sad it's going to be in omnibuses? Because I really like a lot of the covers. I think the art is really nice. This one's probably like one of the weaker ones. A lot of them are really stunning, but you know, I always say beggars can't be choosers, so I'm just happy it's getting the reprint, and hopefully it's you know, a nice solid you know, not cheap reprint. I feel like they're doing better reprints, Viz, and everyone, all the publishers in general. But yeah, so I'm very excited about this one, and it's another fantasy romance series about a Japanese girl that is isekai'd to another world. And you know, I love me my isekai. And even though this is a bit more of one of the more dramatic ones, drama heavy rather than kind of fun and cheeky and light, and she is transported to an ancient village in the Middle East, so it's a lot different of a vibe, I'd say, than like more of the current shoujo sei isekais. I just found this term when my friend sent me a list of shoujosei isekais that are like animes. Yeah, but it's essentially like the shoujo slash josei isekais that feature female protagonists that get sucked into other worlds, just like the isekais that had featured male protagonists. So it doesn't start out great, as she's all of a sudden ends up in this ancient place and is set to be a human sacrifice at the Queen's Palace. So we'll see how she gets out of that ordeal. And it also ends with adventure and good-looking boys fill this great first volume. You got all the good stuff. What more do you need? But yeah, I'm very excited that they're printing this one. Obviously, I didn't finish this either. So I don't know how my final feelings on the series as a whole will be, but yeah, like Colette, I am excited to read through this one finally as well. All right, now on to the 4 just random ones I picked that I would really, really, really love, publishers, if you're listening, for these to be brought over and licensed and published in English. It would be amazing. I don't know how strongly I feel about most of these ever getting published over here, but I've been surprised a couple times in the recent years. I mean, we got a old Ayazawa manga, finally, Neighborhood Story, printed over here after years and years and years of nothing of hers other than Nana and Paradise Kiss being published. So first up, I know this is such a cheesy shoujo-y romance, but it has such a place in my heart from when I found it online and read it in its entirety many, many moons ago. And that is Moe Kare by Go Ikiyamada, and it is complete in 7 volumes. To me, that's like the perfect shoujo romance length, short and sweet, and just full of the drama, a little tiny spice. She always does a little spice in her shoujo, and some really nice, pretty, fluffy type art. The only series of Go Ikiyamada's work that's been published so far in the United States, at least, because this one is German. So this was published in German, and I got it because I love him and I wanted him. So I got that cover, and it just probably wasn't available in Japanese. So yeah. But the only English series by this mangaka is So Cute It Hurts. I really love it. It's a guilty pleasure of mine if I just want something sappy and sweet, cliched, but just gives me the feels. I don't know why. Something about the way she writes characters, I just really like them, relate to them, and enjoy them. So yeah, it's cheesy romance, but I don't care. Anyway, the summary is that Wakamiya Hikaru is a 15-year-old teenager who wants a boyfriend that'll protect her. She likes to read shoujo manga all the time. One day, she gets kissed by a handsome, perverted boy, who she called the perverted prince. Later on, she finds a guy who looks exactly like him, but the eyes are different. What's going on? Yeah. I am torn between, I feel like it's really spoiling. I mean, I showed the back, so yeah, they're brothers. The perverted prince and the other guy that looks like they're brothers. I guess that's a little bit of a spoiler as according to the summary, so sorry. But yeah, what I really like about Moe Kare is I have to directly compare it to another work that actually is available in English that I will never in my life touch and buy, and that is Kitchen Princess. I really don't like Kitchen Princess, and I'm not going to say why I don't like it because it would be spoilers to that manga, but there's the choice that they make so that the girl ends up with one of the guys, and I think it is a really cheap and weird choice in my opinion. Whereas this one, she just chooses the right guy for her. I think we don't need some thing to happen to make us just end up with one of the options. I don't know, but it's one of those tried and true love triangles, but obviously and I'm not a huge love triangle girl. Like, I'll be honest with you, I don't tend to love them. But I like both of these boys, and I think they're both really, you know, good male lead contenders for the girl type of thing. And yeah, though it's juvenile and cheesy, I have an enjoyable time with it. So I would really, really, really like it if this got published in English, as would I really like anything more to be published by Go Iki Yamada. Like, we also have Suki desu Suzuki-kun, I think is the title. And this is about two boys that are both named Suzuki, and their intertwined love lives and things that go on. And it's again, it's cheesy, it's got amnesia, it's got drama, it's got tears. I mean, this one is even way more dramatic than the other one. But you know, the characters again are just so cute and lovable, and yeah, they're sweet and I love them. And yeah, basically just anything by this mangaka I would love and appreciate if you publish more from them. I need more of the cliche sweetness that these offer. I don't know why, it just hits right for me. And if you've read anything by Go Iki Yamada and you also agree with me and you love the mangaka, please comment below, because I love fangirling about series and mangakas and, you know, stuff that we love in common. It brightens my day. So yeah, next up we have another shoujo-y title, Oiran Girl. So Oiran Girl is by Hibiki Wataru, and it is 5 volumes long, and it again, it's just short and sweet and perfect. I'm sorry, I'm getting in my feels so much about this. It's so good. When I was in Japan, I miraculously found the first volume and the second and third, which I'll show at the end, just because I love sharing the covers. I think they're so pretty. Sadly, 4 and 5 were not there, so I couldn't get the whole set. But if you license them, I surely definitely would buy them all. Yeah, so this one is a historical fiction, and the premise is a little dark in that the era is Edo, Japan, 1603 to 1868. So we're talking, you know, a couple hundred years ago. And Tsubaki is a merchant's daughter who is sold to the red light district after losing her family in a fire. Tragic beginnings. Don't worry, turns around for her a little bit. Driven by desire to triumph over her first love, a servant, she aims to become the top courtesan. She polishes her beauty and artistic talents every day, but for some reason, her senior courtesan and current number 1 Oiran, Takao, has an eye on her? It's like first love revisited. It's like cross-dressing, historical fiction, some mystery in there, a little bit of action, like not like, you know, real like big action, but like a little bit of action here and there throughout this short series. So it's just really fast paced. It's got really pretty art, and yeah, it's got kind of a enemies trope in the beginning that she's trying to be the top courtesan, and then there's already the top courtesan who has her eye on her, and that's kind of a mystery in the beginning, and that's kind of, you know, making her not as friendly with the courtesan and stuff. And so there's character dynamics, and there's so many. I don't want to give anything away. I probably already have said too much, and I apologize. I think it's such a solid shoujo-esque historical fiction romance title, and it's just so cute. It's just too cute. I love it. I love Tsubaki's personality. She's very strong and determined and is going to make the best of this situation. On the flip side, she's a bit stubborn and a bit pig-headed about certain things. So she gets in her own way sometimes, but I just think she's so endearing and a likable protagonist. And yeah, so I'll just share with you the second volume. Isn't it such a pretty cover? Like, oh, so cute. And the third cover is also really pretty with the hydrangeas. I love it. Yeah, and there's handsome men and women, and I love the very traditional and highly decorated kimono that they wear and their headdresses and all that like Edo period attire is just so lovely to look at. And yeah, so yeah, I've gushed about it enough. We'll move on now to the BL. And with the BL, I honestly chose the first two. There's so many that I could choose from. So if you want more of manga I'd love to be licensed, I mean, it's not all BL, but like I would say a large chunk of it would be BL. You know, do comment below and do hit the thumbs up in this video. It would be very appreciated, and I know that you wanted more of this. The two BL that I picked because I love them and would really love them to be published here. The first one is Hoshoku Taishou Hinadori-kun. Oh my god, I know I butchered that one. It was not happening. I'm sorry, I tried a couple times, it just wasn't happening. By Ayato Miyoshi, and this is complete at 2 volumes to the best of my knowledge. I have both volumes. I'm gonna go grab the second volume. I don't know why I didn't grab it and bring it. Stupid oversight. But anyway, it's so cute. It's about idols in Japan and romance between idol members. So cute. So yeah, the summary is that Hinata's been in love with Hakuba since he was little, and they used to perform together. Now that they're both grown up though, Hinata is part of the bad boy band, who, for marketing purposes, hates the pop duo Hakuba is in. Hinata's tried to hide his true feelings for Hakuba, but his group leader, Takaomi, sees right through him. Trying to help Hinata get it together on stage, Takaomi kisses him in front of all their fans during the live battle of the bands. And yeah, and then it ends with, read on to see the adorable Hinata try to resist a true bad boy. I'm sorry. Hinata is definitely not a bad boy, even though he's part of this bad boy band and he can like pull a good bad boy image. He is so soft and innocent and sweet, and yeah, as you can see, there is a non-consensual kiss that happens on stage. It lays it right out there for you if that is a problem. I think he's pretty respectful, though he does tease him. So, where your line is, or, where the gray area is for each person can be different. But in my opinion, I just thought it was so sweet and so cute. And I love when, I don't know why, and I don't know if this is like a trope. I don't see it very often. So when I do see it, I really do like it. But I love when someone is focused on one guy, girl, whoever, as a potential love partner, and then another person that I just immediately like better appears and is like, yeah, but what if you look at me? What about me though? I could be good for you. I don't know what that is, but I almost always immediately like the, other possible love interest that enters the scene that isn't the one that the character is pining over. I don't know why I like that so much. It's just, there's something great about it. But yeah, this art is so nice. It's so pretty. The idols like dress up in nice outfits, get to oogle and ogle and drool over them, and their relationship is just really cute in my opinion. I yes, my heart flutters, I get butterflies, I squeal like a little girl in love for the very first time when I read this duology. And yeah, I just really, oh, it would be so amazing if this got published. And I'm gonna go grab the second volume so I can quickly show you. Here it is. It's so cute. And the back has the cute other idol members in their bad boy idol group, who are also cute. I honestly would have loved more of this one, although I think it's a perfect little dose of cuteness in the 2 volumes. But like, to flesh out the like band members too, because I thought they were all really cute and interesting for what little we get to see of them. But the stars of the show are highlighted foremost, obviously, and it just, they're so cute. Look at the little idol adorableness. And yeah, of course, I always love a bad boy character, and he is just beautiful bad boy vibes. And yeah, I mean, okay, I'm good, I'm done. All right, my final entry in the 4 that I would really love to be published is a BL, again, another duology. So it's supposedly completed 2 volumes. So I've seen covers that seem like there might be like how they do the like, not a spin-off, but like they'll name it something slightly different, but it's the same characters. Yeah, anyway, for this specific title, anyway, it is a duology, and that is this cute, soft title. For English, I found it called Someday I'll Fall For You. Also here it says Until the Love Blooms. And anyway, the Japanese, I will butcher now for you, is Itsuka Koi ni Narumare by Tomo Kurahashi. So yeah, like I said, it's another duology. It's 2 volumes of uber duper cuteness, and this one is a childhood friends to lovers trope vibe. And yeah, I just love that. Like, it's becoming perhaps even more of a trope I like than the enemies to lovers trope. Yeah, I don't know, I like them both. But yeah, anyway, so our main boys here, Chiaki and Kazuma, have been brought up as virtually brothers, but as they get older, their relationship starts to change. One night when Chiaki's staying over, Kazuma is woken by strange sounds coming from the futon next to him, only to find Chiaki touching himself. Oh my god, I don't think I can read the summary. Okay, rewind. So yeah, let's just say they one night when spending the night at each other's house, they share a more than friendly moment between the two of them, and that brings up some, you know, confusing feelings, but also some excitement, and they don't really know what their relationship is at the end of the day. But yeah, one of them definitely realizes his feelings quicker than the other, and then there's some angst in that. But honestly, overall, it's just so soft and sweet and fluffy, and I adore them, and their relationship is just like those characters that like kind of just complete each other. Yeah, that's how I feel about them. They just kind of like fit so perfectly together like puzzle pieces, and it's just so cute. Yeah. And here's the cover for the second volume. My heart. Very spicy pictures on that. You know, it's getting a little spicy up in here, and you know, young love and such vibes, and yeah. So all right, with that, those are all of the 8+ Red River volumes that are, and that I hope to see getting a release in these United States at some point, and I'll be on the lookout for. But yeah, if you did like this type of video, I would totally appreciate it if you hit the little thumbs pointing up button. Not the thumbs pointing down, the only thumbs pointing up. But that would be amazing. And yeah, please comment below if any of these titles were exciting announcements to you, or ones you would also like to see published in the future, and what new title announcements, licensing announcements that you saw that I didn't mention that you are very excited for. Because honestly, there's more that I'm excited for, or intrigued by, or interested to check out when they get published. But these were just the ones I knew about, had read at least a chunk of them, and as such are even more eager for their release. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. That would be so amazing of you, and thank you in advance for that. And yeah, until next time, bye!